analog or slightly entering digital?
Slightly, but it's still analog.
And even the word digital is very different from what digital is now.
Exactly, because when I think about it, I finally got like a little segment. So there used to be a travel show. And there used to be there was a travel show and a motoring show, and they were on Tuesday and Thursday, and I used to do the show with Nicola Nicola, I have to remember her last name. She made me cry. She never used to raise my mic. She was not nice to me.
Were there a lot of Africans in the station?
Plenty. Plenty.
Were there any of them on air?
Air sounded very white. I can truthfully say that.
Okay.
Because when Nicola Miawa, that was her name, when Nicola left, but Nicola just had a really bad bedside manner. I mean, we're too grown for me not to say that. So what this station looked like was Phil in the morning, Zane, and then John, and then Joe Tunis and Bob. Joe Tunis and Bob Kyoko used to do It's Not Homework. Which is not just hits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now you've started this fashion thing. You've got the traffic update that you're doing with
Yes, yes.
That is hilarious. I remember one day.
Oh, please, you should have met me like when I used to walk around, because remember Linda Holt also had capital pagers. Man, I used to look like I could radiate. I had a walkie-talkie, I had a pager, and I also had a cell phone.
Yeah, and Capital that time was owned by Linda
Holt.
Okay.
Yes.
This is Gen Z. This is pre-Chris Kirubi.
Yes, by the way. Oh, dear me. Yes, there was somebody before Marianne's dad. Yes.
We don't tend to, as a station, have an opinion. We sit as a forum for other people to have their opinions. So the presenters really are the forum for, and we have a lot of open line people calling in. It's for them to air their views. We play some Lingala in our Hits Not Homework program, in our evening program, and Lingala is extremely popular. But now they're going into hip hop, they're going into rap, and that's the American influence, really, and American TV and Channel O and so on.
So, what happens then? What? And this is pre-2000.
Yes, it is. It is. Oh my goodness. Yes. So so I had that little show, and Stedman, which was the premier research company, especially for media, came back to Linda and said, "There's a need for you to." In fact, her words, and Eric and Davi, I miss Eric so much. Eric and I and Evelyn Wangi used to laugh at this because we couldn't believe she actually said it. She said, "There's a need to darken the playlist and the on-air talent," and you're like. So, because remember, yes, I know. And actually, you think about it, the playlist was very Mike and the Mechanics and Rod Stewart,
Red Hot Chili Peppers,
and Chumbawamba, and it sounded like that. You know what I mean? And those need to darken it. So obviously, the brand has a profile and a style, and this is also something people do not appreciate. That somebody will put something together because they have a vision. You do not go up to, I don't know, Hennessy and say, why don't you add a little cranberry to it? Why don't you just go drink cranberry? Leave my product alone. So even in the darkening, it was just a segment in the day. And hence the jam was born.
What? It's the drive?
No, it was the jam literally started at midday. Minor, correct me if I'm wrong here. Midday, and I finish at 4, and then drive started.
It's what Adele used to do before she joined breakfast.
Yes.
The mid.
That little, yes. I was in mid morning, so it was Phil until 10, and then Zayn until 1, and then myself, and then myself. I was dark, and the music was dark. And then Joe Tunis.
So what's the example of the kind of dark music?
Dark was
just for the record,
Jodeci.
It's not Kenyan.
No, but it is definitely black. It's R&B, it's black. It's Luther Vandross, it's Casey and Jojo, it's Jodeci, it's Guy, it's Boys to Men. Yes. So there was that, and I met the threshold.
So now it means that now you've got to learn the desk because you're the one who's running the desk.
Well, I learned the decks. Bless Phil Matthews. So Phil, remember, is supposed to be on air from 6 until 10. But 9 to 10 was called the countdown hour. Can you guess the year? I used to run the desk. So I'd play the stab. 244464. Can you guess the year? Yes. So I used to run the desk for Phil. That's how I learned the desk.
And that is huge.
It's huge
for radio presenting. In fact, I'm sure when people join Radio Africa till today, the first thing
like the other day I walked in because I think it was G Money who told me the studio is this and there's something missing here and I've got a wire here. So I really walk into the studios. And I walked in, and first of all, you look at the desk, you're like, I could never drive this thing today. Because I'm like, what have you people done? Because I'm not in the studios. I've no business in there.
I've been in the studio
when I'm there. Yes. It's like you got arms like an ape. You're like
a multitasker on steroids.
Yes, it is.
Talking to Jalango, you're here. You're changing this,
and checking out the next commercial. It's insane.
Okay.
But that's huge because once you can control the desk, that's your pilot. That's how you go to flight.
Okay.
And you've got to be able to do it like the back of your. It's got to become completely. I mean, one of the things we always tell new presenters is that you will forget to close your mic, you will curse, and then you will curse again when you realize it is open, and then you will never do it again. But it must happen.
Sanai says the last time she cast on air, she's like, okay, I'm fine. Let me just start moving.
No, by the way, I mean, and it is such a pity that people don't do what we used to do at Capitol, because you wait for it.
Yeah.
We always, it's the first 1 month it's going to happen. We're like,
welcome to
you're
radio.
ready. Yeah, you're ready. Let's go. Yes.
That's powerful. Now, okay, big thing that starts happening when you get your own show, The Jam. Caroline Mutoko brand is born.
If you look back, hindsight is 2020. Yes, because I remember I would meet people who'd be like, "Oh, you're black," or it'd be, "She must be black but married to a white person." No, she must be white married to a black person. Hence, her last name was Mutoko. And there is a magic to radio that whereby unless you encounter me, all you have is an imagination.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. So yes, that is there, and for me, a love is born. Love being behind that microphone, answering the phone. Somebody said, I love what you're playing, because part of the Darken playlist was also a show that I did on Sunday. By the way, I think for the longest time, I actually worked Sunday to Sunday. Even when I wasn't on air, I remember the days we used to voice classifieds with Eric and Mudhoni Buika, because we're a new station. You can't say we are finished taking work for today. So when Eric finishes writing the classified, we voice it. Yeah, so literally it's literally comes off the printer. You know the way a paper is hot.
Yep.
Hey, you go and you're do take two. Lance says you didn't say that properly, and then that's when we finish.
And for no pay.
For no pay. For no pay. For no pay. So you do that, then we'd come back on Sunday, there's something else to be done. You just work. And this is something that also really frustrates me with young people. When you're young, all you've got is time.
And energy.
All you've got is time. Don't waste a minute. Don't. I worked Sunday to Sunday. I think until I stopped producing Crossfire, I worked Sunday to Sunday.
Whoa.
Until I stopped producing Crossfire, I've always worked Sunday to Sunday.
And Crossfire, when's that?
Crossfire was KISS, last election must have been 2007.
Whoa.
Yes. But I've always worked Sunday to Sunday. From Capital, even before I was on air. So I had...
Because you're working behind the scenes.
Yes,
more of your job
yes,
than
it's just exactly, yes. Yeah. So there was the Jam, and then on Sunday, and I'm going to remember the show, because once again, it was a chance to play dark music. And I also did Saturday Music and Sport with Sean.
Cadavillis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean Getwell.
Yeah.
And my Sunday show is where William Pike heard me and said, that's the person we want. They didn't hear me on a breakfast show. They didn't hear me. It's William Pike heard me on my Sunday show at Capitol because he was here to go and see the Master Limuru. He tells the story very well. William, I hope you remember.
Okay. imagine we're hearing this story for the first time.
Oh, really?
Which many people are.
Okay.
Explain who he was and why it was pivotal that he had you.
So William Pike and Patrick Kwaku, core owners, shareholders, Radio Africa.